Hi everybody, it's Colin here from Woodthorpe International. All I've been doing this week is laying track, which I'll show you what I've been up to and what my thoughts are on my plans. So everything's gone alright, which is good. Weathered a lot of the rails, well all the track what's laid, all the Peco Code 55 has all the track has been weathered, barring the sleepers because we're not doing them. So I'll show you what I've been up to. Okay, so we're going to see what I've been up to with the track laying. We got round to about there last week on those two lines, and I've continued now round here, round there. The outside line goes off down there and goes back to the temporary track about there. The inside line has a point there but veers off, and that bit of track there, what goes round there and round the outside of those curves, is that one there, and that goes to the Helix and will take trains up to America, and they'll be driving on the right side of the road in America, even though they come from a left side down here. And that E5 over there is going to demonstrate it. There's an E6 that'll be just running round when we run round, and we've got an English train just running around America because I've just got English trains out at the moment for America. It's an English layout at the moment. So that's that. How they return from America, they'll come down this line here, which is just Cato at the moment, but it will be code 55. And it'll be coming round here, and it'll curve in front of the station and join on somewhere over there. I haven't decided where yet, but that's where it'll join on. And then it'll be driving on the correct side of the road. So that's good. Now then, these are the bridges to go over tunnels, for the track to go underneath, like a tunnel under a bridge. And that one's going to be a tunnel because I'm not going to expose that area. That area will be exposed, and I don't know about this side. Now, I'll explain them in a minute. But when trains come from the Fiddle Yard, from Japan's Fiddle Yard, it'll come up here. This will be a lot lower because it's come from sea level, which is down there. And this point will either go straight on, round the inside there and to that point there. And then it's ending up going the correct way. If I need a train on the other line, which basically is that line there, it's going to join it over there because this point will go under this bridge here, through a cutting, under that bridge, and then round and join on somewhere there on that inside line going that way. So that's how they get back from the Fiddle Yard. Now, to go to the Fiddle Yard, the outside line closest to the wall is going to drop down here. Now, I have decided that it's going to be a 4% because it's downhill. Any rising up is 2%, but that can be 4%. It just gives me a bit more space. How the inside line gets to the outside to go to the Fiddle Yard, because this is already lower, it's going to go across here under a tunnel under all the platforms, under those two lines, and join on to that line what drops down. Because as we look through here to the fiddle yard, the left lane takes trains to it, the right lane brings them back. And then there'll be other points going from track to track to change them over to get to certain places. I'll put them in when I get to them, and I'll explain them as and when. A bit like that one there. You can see it just there. There'll be points like that to do a certain job. But that's where I've got up to with code 55. I am going to try and get the inside line running round like the outside, and then I won't be doing much more track work for a few months, because at the moment Japan is only running DCC. I have to connect it up to iTrain, so these two tracks will talk to each other and travel to each other through iTrain if I want it, if I allow iTrain to send it there. But at the moment it's just all wired up as a DCC layout, and then I've got to put trunking on round here and put the drop down boards on what will come out from underneath the layout to all the loady hardware to communicate with the computer. And I'll then do this area before I move on. But I will be getting rid of a lot of the temporary track, as much as a box will take me until I buy another box. But we'll have to see about that. Over there will have to stay probably temporary, but I may put down some more permanent down that right hand side down there to replace that bit of Kato. We will see. So let's have a demonstration from the E5 and have the other two trains running as well. So the green train near us here, you can just see it through the mesh down there, is going to set off to demonstrate it going from Japan up to America, but it doesn't go over the bridge, and I'll show you this. It could go over the bridge, but it isn't for this demonstration. So we'll set it off, and it'll come under here. Yeah. And there's the English train going round the top of America over the Trestle Bridge. So we'll see the E5 coming from where we've just seen it go under the Trestle Bridge. And it's going to go around while there's a train running up on top. This is what I'm going to love. Two layouts running together. And then that'll go around and go off to the Helix and go up the Helix. And you'll see it. I'll speed it up now. So I'll just slow it down. Eventually you'll see it here. Now I'm not forgetting England's driving on the, because I'm just using America as a English layout, but when it's an American and this Japanese train has now ended up being on the right side of the road, the way the Americans will drive on it. Looks a bit weird when there's England running, you know, I'm running it as an English layout, but this is just for demonstration point of view. And then it's going to go back down the Helix. Now it could just continue running round, but just for this demonstration, off it goes back down the Helix, and you'll see it there going past, so we'll speed it up. Sorry about the light show. So it soon covers 110 foot of track to these Japanese trains. At full throttle. And then it's going to come out over there. I'll just slow it down one more time round, and then it'll come out and it'll be on that bit of Peco track, which, as I said, I'll go around and join on past the station. So that's how Japan and America are connected. They're connected up right, and they swap and end up driving on both, you know, the correct side for each country. So British train is just going over the Trestle Bridge, and this E6 is running. But the idea is now that E5 is off the Helix, so now someone else can come down the Helix while that's waiting for permission to join the main circuit. And this is when iTrain will start doing some weird and wonderful things, and it'll know when to put a train on and when it's clear and stuff like that. It's going to be really fascinating to see. Or iTrain will be running this one while I'm driving down here, or vice versa. Or I'll just come in here for 10-15 minutes and have a run on one of them. Or I may go into the where England is, or Europe when it's built. Because the beauty of it is each layout is independent. They do not have to run to each country to run. It's only just to make it look like they've been longer from the station, say, till it gets back to the station. I hope I've explained it enough for you to understand, and you carry on enjoying this interesting journey. And thank you very much for watching as we watch the E6 go off around the Helix under the Trestle Bridge. So thanks very much for watching. Bye for now. Bye.